Hey there, it's Sydney with Tastefully Frugal, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing the brand new StarCraft 8-in-1 Swing Away Heat Press. Now I got this heat press in the mail a few weeks ago and I had a chance to play around with it and I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite heat presses that I've ever used, and I've used several of them. So in this video, we'll go over everything that comes in the box. We'll go over all the different attachments. So when I say 8-in-1, we'll go over what all that means and what types of projects or blinks you can use with them. Also show you how to connect each one of these attachments to the heat press and go over anything that you might need in addition to what comes in the box that'll make your projects a little bit easier. Really, you can get crafting straight out of the box with this. There's just a few extras that make it a little bit easier and protect your surfaces so that you can make sure that this heat press lasts a lifetime. So I've linked the heat press as well as anything that I'll mention in the video in the description of this video. There's also a discount code for 143 vinyl that is listed. That's where I got this heat press. You can use it to save 5% on the heat press or anything else on their site. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's talk about what comes in the box. Obviously, your heat press comes in the box, and one thing that I absolutely love about this is it is ready to go right out of the box. Some of the other heat presses that I've had before, you actually have to put it together, or you have to loosen or tighten the arm so that it swings away, and this one is good to go right out of the box. Another thing that I absolutely love is the instruction manual that comes with it. It's easy to follow. It tells you everything that is included. It also goes over what all the attachments are, how to use the attachments, and gives you time and temperature settings for projects that you would make with this. So this is really helpful, and not a lot of other heat presses have this in-depth of an instruction manual with them. Let's talk about the attachments that come with it. So let's start with our cap or our hat attachment. Now all of the attachments come with this cord, and I will show you how to install this or put this on the heat press. But this comes in two pieces. This is what you'll put your hat on or your cap on, and then this is where you'll get the heat. This is the heat source that comes with it. So I'll show you in a video here in a couple weeks how to use this and to make hats with both sublimation and infusible ink. Okay, this next attachment is the plate heat pad. And with this heat pad, you can do two different sizes of plates. On the larger side, you can do 10-inch plates, and on the smaller side, you just flip it over and you can do 8-inch plates. Now, these are really good for plates that are up to 1.5 inches thick, and they are great for doing sublimation. Now, these, just like ceramic mugs or ceramic coasters, do take quite a bit of press time. So you're going to want to press at the same 400 degrees that you would do for other sublimation or infusible ink projects, and you're going to want to do it for 5 to 7 minutes. That's why I'm so happy that they included these heat gloves with the heat press, because those plates are going to be very, very hot when you take them off of your heat plate. One of the extras that I suggest people having when you are doing projects, any ceramic project that gets super hot like this, so the plates, the mugs, the coasters, is a heat press mat. This is just an easy press mat, but that way you can put your project when it comes off of the heat source onto this to let it cool so it doesn't melt or burn any of your table. Now, if you're doing sublimation or infusible ink, put a piece of cardstock or paper down on this. That way, if there's any color bleed, it's not going to ruin your mat. Or if you have an older mat that you're not using for things, I have several of these smaller mats. I'll just put it on an older one that I don't really worry about if it gets marks on it. And our last attachment that we have is the mug and tumbler press. So there's a lot of possibilities when it comes to this attachment, and you're going to use it the same as you do the other attachments. It has the cord that you use. You just attach this to the main machine, and then you use this handle to open up the sleeve that you're using. You put your mug or your tumbler in here. If it has a handle, make sure the handle is this side up, and then just close this. So when you get this, it's going to come with the 9-ounce wrap attached to it. I'll show you how to change it out, but you also will get the wrap for 11-ounce mugs, wraps for 12-ounce mugs, as well as a tumbler wrap that can do up to 30-ounce tumblers. And again, I will have a video showing how to make mugs and tumblers with this here probably in the next 3 weeks. But let me show you really quick how to switch out these sleeves. So all you have to do is you just unscrew the sleeves right here. So you're just going to unscrew them. And then, sorry. Then you just squeeze it together a little bit, move it out, set it aside, and then you'll set your new one in. And you can open this up here so that it's easier to fit in. You'll want to line up the holes here with the holes on the press so that you can get them in. Let me put this here. I'm going to close this so we can actually fit it on there. There we go. And then all you have to do, get this lined up first, is screw these back in. It is not hard at all, and I am very not tool savvy when it comes to like things like this. So this is very, very user friendly. Next, let me show you how to attach all of the attachments onto the heat plate. Okay, so let's set up our different attachments to be able to be used with our heat press. So just like these, every attachment has a cord. You have a cord over here that connects your swing away to the circuit board. So you're just going to unscrew it. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Just unscrew that, and you can set it aside. So you notice on the cord, I don't know if you can see it here, but there are 4 holes, and there's also a little like an indent right here. This is going to line up onto the holes in the slit on here. So what you want to do is just swing this over, and I am going to make sure that it lines up, which it does. And when it lines up, it should just go smoothly. It should just press right on, and then you just tighten it on. And then when you turn it on, instead of having the heat plate heat up, it's going to heat up your mug press. Now, let's go ahead, and I want to show you next how to use the plate heat pad. All right, next let's talk about the plate heat pad. For the plate heat pad, you are going to just use the swing away heat press, but what you're going to want to do, determine the size that you need, whether it's the 8-inch or the 10-inch, and whatever size you're going to need, remove the silicone pad from that side. Then what you're going to want to do is on the bottom, you are going to put your plate down, and then you'll put your transfer down on that, and then you will put your plate pad down on the on top of your print. I don't want to scratch that up, so I'll just set that here. And then you'll just put your swing away, press down and press on it. And like I said, you do it for sublimation at 400 degrees for 5 to 7 minutes. Now this is going to be medium pressure. You don't want to have too much pressure, or you could crack your plate. Another thing I forgot to mention, before you press with the heat plate, again, make sure that you have the silicone base taken off, and you're going to want to heat it up on the machine for 15 minutes. So you'll just move it over here. You don't need to press it down. Just preheat your pad for 15 minutes. Again, this is why having our gloves are especially handy when you are working with the plate press. One more tool that will come in handy when you are working with your heat press is a Teflon sheet. So this is going to go on top of your project when you're making it, and it's just going to protect the your top heat plate from getting any ink or anything on it. Now, one tip that I've used with my StarCraft Mint heat press is to get these magnets to attach your Teflon sheet to your base. However, this one is not metal, it is plastic, so the magnets don't fit. But definitely you want to get a Teflon sheet. I'm just telling you this, don't waste the money on the magnets if you have this heat press, because it is not metal, so it will not stick. But definitely do get a Teflon sheet. Okay, let's put our hat attachment, or our cap attachment, on our machine. This is probably going to be the most time-consuming one, but it's really not difficult. Again, you're just going to disconnect the top heat plate, and then there's these wing nuts here. There's two, one on each side. You're just going to loosen these, and again, they are just finger tight, so you don't need any tools to loosen these. Let's get this one loosened. Now, once you have these down, make sure that you don't lose your wing nuts. You're going to want to swivel this out. So you see these right here? This needs to come down. So you're going to swivel this back. And again, make sure that this has not been on for a while so that it does not get hot. And then we're going to just disconnect the cord here. And we will set this aside. Now we also need to remove this. So there are wing nuts underneath here that we're going to do the same thing with. We're just going to unscrew these wing nuts. And we are going to slide this off. Let's put this over here. And we are going to take the bottom part, so not the heat source, but the where you're going to put your cap on, and there's two holes on the bottom. We're just going to line those holes up right here with the center ones. Take two of your wing nuts and screw this on. Then we can bring this back over. And we are going to take, you can see that there's the bolts here. They're going to line up where the heat plate was on here. So you're just going to press this up here. Take two wing nuts and just attach this here. And last but not least, make sure to attach your cord to the control panel. Make sure it lines up with the dots, and then it just easily screws on. And then you can put your hat here, and this is your heat source, and you just press down like that to make your hats. There. Let me show you how easy it is to set your time and temperature and some other really neat features with this heat press. So when we turn it on, let me just go over the numbers that are on the screen. You have your temperature, your time, and then down at the bottom it has mode. So what this does is this allows you to set 3 different custom settings. So if you use a lot of the same time and temperature settings without having to go through and change it. So like let's say you do a lot of sublimation and then a lot of soft flex, which time and temperature are quite a bit different, you would just switch between the modes. But to set your time and temperature, what you do is you just hit the settings button, and this is first going to adjust the temperature. So you just push the minus or the plus for your temperature. Once you're happy with the temperature, go ahead and hit the settings again. This will allow you to adjust the time, again plus or minus, and then hit settings again, and it will start preheating to that time and temperature settings. Now, if you want to change the mode, so let's say you want to set, right now we just set our second setting, you're just going to hold the mode button and the minus sign, and then press mode again, and it will go over to your next setting, and you can just hit settings, change to time and temperature like you would before. So we first do the temperature, then hit settings and do the time, settings again, and then you have your presets set. So for anyone outside of the US that doesn't do temperatures in Fahrenheit, it is very easy to change your temperatures to Celsius. So all you need to do is hold the plus and minus key at the same time. You can see it switches it to Celsius, and just hold it again and it switches it back to Fahrenheit. I hope you found this video helpful. I am so excited to share with you the projects that I've been making with this new heat press. I will link them as soon as they go live in the description of this video. So if you're not watching this video live, go ahead and check in the description to see if those videos have gone up on my YouTube channel. And be sure to subscribe to Tastefully Frugal so you can get those notifications. I'll be posting videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have different projects for all of these different attachments. But if you have any questions that I didn't answer about this StarCraft Swingaway heat press, or about any heat press really, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And if you'd like to see me craft live, join me over on Facebook Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We do live craft sessions every week. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.